Mysteries about UFOs and aliens have supposedly been around before civilizations on Earth. Whether by direct manipulation of evolution or the introduction of new technologies, the possibility of aliens on Earth has always fascinated many people. So the question still stands: do aliens exist? It's not difficult to believe in the presence of another being on another planet when you really think about it. Even on Earth, there are so many different types of beings. Other Earthlings may yet to be undiscovered as of now. The same might be said about beings on other distant planets. So in this video, let's talk about 5 convincing reasons to believe aliens are real. The Spaceship Moon Theory. The Vason-Shabakov Theory, or the Spaceship Theory, also known as the Moon Belief, is a pseudo-scientific theory that says that the Earth's moon is an alien spacecraft. Over the years, scientists have discovered that the Earth's moon possesses certain unusual qualities. The moon is the solar system's 5th largest natural satellite. It is thought to have been formed by a massive collision between the early Earth and a Mars-sized planet. It was discovered that the moon is in an improper orbit for its size, based on its present presumed density. Astronomical measures show that the inner areas of the moon are less dense than the outer, leading some to believe that the moon is hollow. Some of these beliefs are based on the fact that when meteors impacted the moon, they produced a ringing sound. When the Apollo crew released a lunar module after returning to the orbiter on November 20th, 1969, the impact with the moon caused the seismic equipment to register a continuous vibration, like a bell, for more than an hour. The moon is much older than previously thought, possibly even older than the Earth or the Sun. The Earth is estimated to be 4.6 billion years old, with moon rocks dating back to 5.3 billion years. The chemical makeup of the dust on the rocks differs significantly from that of the rocks themselves. This might prove that the lunar surface was relocated from somewhere else and put on the moon. Although some of the moon's craters formed internally, there is no evidence that the moon was even hot enough to produce volcanic eruptions. Each year, hundreds of moonquakes are observed that cannot be linked to meteor strikes. Some of the quakes appear to form a pattern, unlike earthquakes. The moon's crust is significantly tougher than previously thought as well. Metal shavings were spotted when NASA was videotaped drilling a few inches into the moon's surface. The moon is the only natural satellite in the solar system with a steady, nearly round orbit. So how does one explain the coincidence that the moon is exactly the same distance and diameter to completely hide the sun during an eclipse? Professional astronomers have gradually been discouraged from looking into a lunar miracle that has been recorded for 1,000 years. Do you think the moon is too perfect to be natural? Or could it be a hollow home for aliens? What do you think? The Greys. Greys are said to be an alien species that are most commonly connected with alien abductions. Greys, named because of their skin tone, are thought to be intelligent extraterrestrials who visited Earth and discreetly performed medical experiments on people. The Greys' paranormal claim differs in many ways. The differences include their nature, moral disposition, goals, and physical looks, with some possessing different skin colors. According to eyewitness reports, the Greys look like they're small-bodied, sexless entities with smooth gray skin, an enormous head, and huge eyes. They're called humanoid entities with distorted or non-existent human organs like a nose, ears, or genitals. The Greys have been described as peering into human eyes to hypnotize them. Their direct gaze in your face is said to create hallucinogenic experiences or directly evoke distinct feelings. Some critics say that the description of a Grey is too physiologically similar to a human to be creditable as an extraterrestrial species. But naysayers, like reproductive biologist Jack Cohen, says that the Grey would look far more different from humans if it came from a different environment. This leads to the wild hypothesis that these Grey alien life forms might have had some influence on the evolution of life on Earth. Are they an ancient race of humans who were forced to flee Earth but still keep an eye on it? Would that even be possible? In Skeptic Magazine, Volume 11, Issue 4, in 2005, Frederick V. Malmstrom outlined his theory that greys are essentially lingering memories of early childhood development. Malmstrom reconstructed the grey's face by transforming a mother's face using our best understanding of early childhood feelings and perception. The Pentagon. On June 25, 2021, the Pentagon delivered to Congress a much-anticipated report on UFOs. The military renamed Unidentified Flying Objects, UFOs, as Unidentified Aerial Phenomena to escape the stigma associated with allegations of aliens visiting Earth since the Roswell incident in 1947. For decades, civilian groups of so-called ufologists have argued that the government has concealed proof of alien life, putting pressure on the US to divulge all it knows about them. Since 2007, the Pentagon has covertly collected data as part of the military's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. Money for the experiment was requested by Nevada Senator Harry Reid, a Democrat who represents the territory that includes Area 51. Much of what the program discovered is still classified, but what we do know is exciting. The algorithm discovered 5 observations based on data that showed flying objects showing some sort of advanced physics, commonly known as something that humans can't do yet. The objects will accelerate with g-forces that are too great for the human body to tolerate, or they could achieve supersonic speeds with no heat trail or sonic boom. They can also appear to resist the effects of Earth's gravity in the absence of any aerodynamic structures to produce push or lift. No one has figured out what these things are, said Luis Elizondo, the program's director, until last October, in a recent interview. The USS Princeton, a Navy cruiser escorting the aircraft carrier USS Nimitz off the coast of San Diego in November of 2004, ordered 2 fighter jets to examine a suspicious aircraft the Navy had been watching for weeks. When the aircraft arrived, one of the pilots, Commander David Fravor, noticed a disturbance just beneath the ocean surface that was causing the water to coil around it. Then he noticed it, a white, 40-foot tic-tac-shaped vehicle moving above the sea like a ping pong ball. According to the Pentagon, funding for the experiment expired in 2012 and was not renewed. Why do you think the Pentagon stopped the UFO projects? Could it be because they found what they were looking for? Angel hair. Angel hair, also known as delicious cotton, is said to be distributed by UFOs when they fly by. It gets its name from its resemblance to fawn hair or spider webs. According to one idea, it's ionized air sleeting off of an electromagnetic field. According to reports, angel hair disintegrates or disappears quickly after formation. The most severe case was documented in 1952 at Orléans, France. On November 2nd, 1959, angel hair was collected and analyzed with microscopes by a local school director, and later by armed force personnel and scientists from the University of Lisbon. Conclusions were not produced, despite the fact that it was presumably generated by a microscopic organism with 10 arms reaching out from a central core. It had come to the point where it may be labeled as a single-celled organism. Humans first mentioned a gelatinous material called star jelly in the 14th century. Star jelly is defined as a transparent or grayish white gelatin that evaporates quickly after dropping. Previously, the chemical was said to be connected with meteor showers. Angel grass is a similar phenomenon in which short silver strands fall to the earth in loose entangled masses. Angel grass, on the other hand, is a known occurrence caused by specific military aircraft. It is a form of chaff used as a radar deflector. Prehistoric aliens. The concept of ancient aliens has been around since the mid-19th century. The book by Eric von Daniken's Chariot of the Gods, published in 1968, was the first to popularize the concept. According to the book, extraterrestrials who visited Earth in the past influenced the human population, as proven by ruins found in areas such as Sumeria. The main idea was that aliens were directly involved in the transition of primates to humans, which was accomplished through genetic engineering, crossbreeding, or a mixture of the two, resulting in the creation of human civilization, technology, and religion. This idea is related to cargo cult religious practice. It's thought that extraterrestrials deceived the human population into believing they were gods in order to assist mankind in progressing more effectively. The Madonna with Saint Giovannino is often known as a UFO artwork. It was painted in the 15th century and represents the Virgin Mary as well as a man and his dog peering up at the hovering disc-like object that appears to be familiar. But this image isn't alone. Everything from prehistoric cave drawings to Sanskrit scrolls depicting alien life. A sighting is even mentioned in the Bible in the book of Ezekiel. Either this is solid evidence, or humanity has a long history of conspiracy theories. What do you think? The zoo hypothesis says the explanation of why aliens often avoid having direct contact with people or exerting effect on development, similar to zookeepers viewing animals in a zoo or experimental scientists observing a life study. According to supporters of this theory, Earth and humanity are being discreetly observed using equipment on Earth or elsewhere in the solar system. Some claim it's obvious we're not alone, while others dismiss the idea entirely. Still, others will hauntedly recount their own run-ins with alien probes after a peaceful night strolling through the fields of small-town America. But with everything from increasingly weird reports to simple mathematical probability indicating the possibility of alien life, skepticism is becoming more difficult to maintain. Whatever your beliefs are, you may discover that alien beings among us might not be so far-fetched. Thanks for watching our Late Night Top 5 channel. We're a new channel and would love to have your support by subscribing, liking, or simply dropping a comment down below. To watch more interesting late night videos, click the links to continue watching more.